we had a very enriching session on health and its aspects. And of course, as I was listening to it, a lot about ahar. And of course, the students also were keen on knowing some of the aspects of when to eat and how to eat and what kind of food to eat in order to remain healthy. In fact, it's quite encouraging to see that the young children uh, they are taking a good lot of interest in this respect because personally and in fact speaking in the right way, if our younger generation takes the responsibility of their body as well along with the self, you know, what we call self regulation, what we call a proper harmony, okay, of in our body in tune with right understanding. So then the issues, the problems that the younger generation and all the generation for that matter undergo when they do not take care of the body, which is the instrument of a self, of a human being, in proper way, only then do the issues of taking care of the body with the help of medicines, with the help of surgeries, with the help of medical aid arises. As such, when we talk about it, and you must, I'm sure the participants had an enriching experience with one of our resource person, Dr. Sharmila Asthana Didi, who was here with us to discuss all this. So that's good that the students are encouraged to take take have good takeaways with respect to health aspects also. Uh, right in front of you is the view foil where the creative practices related information is displayed. So, like as you already know, that some of the creative practices that you can submit your entries in with the theme unity, trust, respect, family, society, nature, happiness, gratitude, and technology. Of course, for filming your videos, also. Oh, welcome, sir. We have with us uh, Chairman NCC-IP, Dr. Rajneesh Arora, sir. A very warm welcome to you, sir. And the students and the participants are eagerly waiting to
Thank
talk
you.
to you.
Thank you very much.
So I'll just, in fact, to the participants, I'll just give you a very brief introduction of Dr. Rajneesh Arora, sir. Dr. Rajneesh Arora ji, of course, a very eminent, learned person. Of course, he's a chairman of NCC-IP right now and MD ACTE Amritsar. Sir's done his BTech in electrical engineering from IIT Delhi in 1979. PhD Integrated Energy Systems from IIT Delhi itself in the year 1989. Of course, previously, Sir has been a Vice Chancellor of Punjab Technical University, and during Sir's tenure as a Vice Chancellor at Punjab Technical University, a lot of work related to universal human values, a lot of new courses related to universal human values were put forward for the students at Punjab Technical University. Sir is the member of Board of Governors at IIT Delhi. As a student, Sir participated actively in the social movements. In 1982, Sir went to the tribal areas of Bihar, now which is a part of Jharkhand, and founded a voluntary organization, Vikas Bharati, at Vishnupur for application of science and technology for the development of tribal people. Sir successfully implemented many of the projects of development of science and technology uh, at Department of Science and Technology, that is DST, Ministry of Non-Conventional Energy Resources, MNES, Indian Council for Agricultural Research, ICAR, Council for Advanced People's Action and Rural Technology, that is that is CAPART, and Ministry of Human Resource and Development, MHRD. For 10 years, Sir lived with people aiming to facilitate their self-sufficiency. Of course, I mean, as much as I know, Sir lived with a lot of tribal people, to be very true, and to be, I mean, working for holistic value-based education for the nation. We have known Sir for a very long time, and with the kind of energy, enthusiasm, it motivates each one of us to do our little bit into the same line. Over to you, sir, so that you can address the children in the, they are waiting for your sessions.
Thank you, Manisha ji. Thank you very much. I'm really happy that more than 400 participants are there in the evening session also. And this whole online student election program is going very well. We had about 1 lakh views on our inaugural video on YouTube channel. And I'm really happy about the faculty members, those who are motivating the students on regular basis. In this session, I have been told that I have to share with you my journey in my life. I'll just briefly share it with you. And then if there are some questions, I'll be happy to answer those questions also. I was born in 1958, and I was born in Punjab. There's a district called Firozpur, in which there's a town called Fazilka, which is quite near to the India-Pakistan border. The border is just 5 kilometers from that town. And in 1961, my parents shifted to Amritsar. So my schooling started in Amritsar, and I did my higher secondary. At that time, it was not system of 12. It was a system of up to 11th class. 10th was higher secondary part 1, and 11th was higher secondary part 2. So I was lucky to be first in the state in my 10th board as well as 11th board. And because of that, I got admission in IIT Delhi for doing BTech Electrical Engineering in 1974. I was also lucky that I had friends, those who had social inclination. That was the reason in 1975 itself. That means in second year of my BTech, and now those who are doing BTech after 12th, that means in the first year of the age, if I count that in 1975, I was 17 years old, and I got the opportunity to participate in Satyagraha, and as a fight against emergency, which was imposed by then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. And I participated immediately after my odd semester exam in November in Satyagraha in Delhi. And I was jailed, and I was in Tihar jail for 64 days. So I started my 1976 in Tihar jail itself. And from minor to major, that means at my 18th birthday, I entered 18th year in 1976 January. At that time, I was in jail itself. So it was real experience of the social life, how we can come together and be successful. That was the reason in 1977, the emergency was lifted, and again, elections were announced in the country. And after that, Morarji Desai became Prime Minister of India. So that was my experience during BTech itself.
Sir,
Yes,
may I just
Manisha ji?
request, sir, may I just request you to switch on your video so that children can see you directly? They'll be more than happy with.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Okay, is it?
Yes.
Okay. I'm at home in Amritsar at present. And 1979, when I completed my BTech, I did not participate in any campus interviews. I did not participate for any competitive exams for government jobs. because I decided in my final year that I should have more exposure to the social life in the country. I started doing social work in Delhi itself, in slum areas, and in South Delhi. That's where the IIT Delhi is there, in Haus Khas, and then All India Institute of Medical Sciences, and Jawaharlal Nehru University. In all these localities around, working with youth and youth mobilization kind of thing for social work. In 1982, I decided to marry, and I was married in 1983. Then I decided to work in tribal areas. We had a conference in IIT Delhi. It was taking technology to villages. So there, the general consensus was that technology will go to villages only if the engineers themselves they decide to go to villages. So when I had my parents asked that what kind of girl you would like to marry, I said the girl who is ready to go with me in the tribal areas, then only I can accept it. Just a minute, just a minute. Sorry for the interruption. At that time, I was really fortunate that the girl called Poonam, she did her B.Ed and B.A. She was a teacher in school, and she was impressed by my plan to work in tribal areas. We were four friends, two from IIT Delhi, one from IIT Kanpur, and one from BHUIT. I was the youngest in that team. The eldest was Dr. Mahesh Sharma. He was doing MTech he was doing PhD in IIT Delhi in Center for Rural Development and Appropriate Technology. I was junior to him in the same department. And I started my PhD in 1982 itself from IIT Delhi. I got PhD after BTech itself. I did not do MTech. At IITs, even BTech students are eligible for doing PhD in some of the areas wherever applicable. So at that time, I got PhD admission in 1982. And third person was Dr. Rakesh Popli. Unfortunately, he's no more now. He was teaching in physics department at the time. He had already done PhD from USA, and he came back from USA, and he was teaching at IIT Kanpur. He asked for sabbatical leave from IIT Kanpur to work in tribal areas, but they did not agree, and they refused. He resigned from his permanent job from IIT Kanpur. And fourth was our friend Ashok Bhagat. He was working in Eastern UP. He was from BHU, and he is still there at in that village. It's Bishunpur. It is 125 kilometers from Ranchi in Jharkhand. This was the village which was 125 kilometers from Ranchi, and the nearest petrol pump was 60 kilometers. And there the 95% people are tribal people. And we went there with our families. Then we all were married in 1983 itself. So the newly married life partners, and we started working there. Started with while teaching in the high school, physics, chemistry, maths, because our background was science background, and then we tried to have their exposure of their needs. So I started working in non-conventional energy sources. My PhD subject was also non-conventional energy sources, specifically in biogas plants. And IIT Delhi allowed me the full-time scholarship while doing in that remote area. So that was very good about IIT Delhi at that time. There is a very prestigious institution in Ranchi, BITS Pilani. Their director at that time, Professor H.C. Pandey, he offered us that as and when you feel disappointed and you get frustrated while working in village, in that remote tribal village, you can come and you can join
BIT Mesra at any time, any point of time. Dr. Rakesh Popli, who resigned from IIT Kanpur, in 1986 or 87, he joined physics department, BIT Mesra, but he was continuously working with us in that village. His wife was also working. All our life partners were also actively involved in those projects. We were very enthusiastic, and we were getting support from our friends who were NRIs. They were donating funds to us. Then we started getting some funds from government projects also. But we all were living in huts made out of mud, and just like the tribal people, the furniture in our house was only that chatai and that kind of wooden bed kind of thing. But it was for our children also. I had two daughters in 1984 and 1987. They all started studying there. My wife started a school for tribal children there. We were happy
in that non-polluted. Sorry, I have a call.
So, dear students, as you can see, yes,
this.
sir, back with us, please. Welcome back, sir.
Okay. So then in 1992 December, it just happened that unfortunately my younger brother expired in Amritsar. It was just silent heart attack. So we were just two brothers, no sister, no other brother. So I had to come back to my parents. I came back with my children, and I had to live with my parents. And when I just, because my younger brother was married, his wife was there, then his two children were there. So I had to settle down each and everything. Again, in 1994, I decided to go back, and then one of our friends, he asked that in UP near Gorakhpur, they have acquired a sugar mill, which was a sick sugar mill for 4 years, no salaries, nothing like that. They were not finding any general manager. He said that if you can come here, that this rural development is also same as tribal development, and this whole sugar mill is surrounded by all those cane growers. So I worked there for 2 years and revived that sugar mill and enhanced its capacity and worked with labor, and started working again after 4 years of sickness. But then my younger brother's wife remarried. We kept their two children with us. In the meantime, 1995, I had one more son, and then I had 5 children at home. And I came back to Amritsar. I joined Guru Nanak Dev University, started working there with my parents, and I had to take care of my family. In Guru Nanak Dev University, I was offered to become the first placement officer of the university, because there was no tradition of campus placements in the university. I was in Department of Electronics there. We started inviting companies, encouraging students to work for their placements. We had good name. This university
became NAC A+ grade. Sorry for this one.
Well, sir, children are waiting to talk to you also. So
sorry for
yes.
calls.
So
Okay,
the students
after
also want to interact with you.
these were actually I could have rejected them, but they were urgent calls. That's why I had. And then in 2008, I was offered this post of Vice Chancellor in Punjab Technical University. There I found that, yes, we are getting good placements. It's good, but the companies always ask that the skills are good, but the attitude of the students, that becomes a problem. And as it was told that I was a member of IIT Delhi Board of Governors. And in one of the meetings in 2009, there was a presentation about National Resource Center for Value Education in IIT Delhi. So Professor R.R. God made that presentation. There I came to know that this whole course is available of universal human values. I immediately ordered for 500 copies for all the principals of affiliated colleges for this book. And we introduced this course in 2010. And I went to IIT Kanpur to participate in 8 days workshop on universal human values. And that's how we could start this course at Punjab Technical University. In 2014, we had an international conference at Kapurthala in Punjab, at Punjab Technical University, where we invited faculty and participants from Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, and even from Pakistan. From Pakistan, 6 universities participated in it. 4 vice chancellors, 1 dean, 1 registrar came from Pakistan. They listened to this whole content of universal human values. They were quite impressed. They said that this kind of course on universal human values, even if it can be done in Pakistan also. And after that, in 2015, they sent their faculty members for 8 days workshop here. But then later, because of this border tension, it could not be followed up. We had very good universal human values program in Bhutan after 2000, that international conference, and it is being done in Nepal and Bangladesh also. And I'm sure that we'll be able to revive that relationship with Pakistan again for this kind of program. So as Manisha ji said that students are interested to ask some questions also. So I'll just close my words here, and I would like to ask answer the questions by.
Sir, I have a question, sir.
Yes.
What made you to uh, what made you to take up teaching for the tribal people, sir? Why was you so much interested in teaching them?
Actually, when I was studying in BTech, I interacted with my alumni. I interacted with my seniors. I found that my seniors, those who went abroad or those who were working in industry, those who were working in government sector also, they were not quite happy. They were earning a lot. They were getting good salary packages. But as such, they were not happy with their life. So I was searching for that how I will be happy in my life. So I found that where there are this deprivation, those who could not get opportunity to do that. And when I learned about these in these such conferences in IIT, taking technology to villages, etc., I found in 19 even now there are many parts of the country where you will find first generation learners. That when we went in 1982 in that village in Bishanpur, the large, about 90% people were not literate. So that means the children with those who were coming to our school, they were mostly first generation learners. So I found that if I can use my capabilities for this purpose, it will be really give real happiness to me. That was a major motivation for me. Thank you for this question.
Sir, one more question, sir.
Yes, definitely,
Yes.
Varsity. So, what will be your advice to the students? And then we can take on some more students to interact.
All of you are in first year because this is induction program. You are entering to this. My advice will be take your own decision. Try to get information from all sources. Already you have a lot of things. At that time, there was no internet. You have many more resources as compared to us. And my take will be like during the student induction program, you had exposure of so many things. There's There were sessions on universal human values, creative practices, then literature and other things. And then try to interact with people and try to find out your own way of life instead of just going behind the preconditioning which is there already in mind, that money is everything and you can get everything with money. So try to find out what other alternatives are there, how people have tried things in their own life and found satisfaction in their life. So this is my advice at the level of first year. By second year, third year, fourth year, you will be able to finalize your own path through which you will get satisfaction in your life.
Thank you for that, sir. Maybe, yes, Varshini, you can just better put up your question and let other
yes,
children
ma'am.
also ask something. Yes, please go ahead.
So why did you join Satyagraha, sir? Was it needed?
Yes, in 1975, in June, on 25th of June, all the opposition leaders, they were arrested on just one night. I don't know whether you have studied that history of 1975 emergency. You must study it in your on internet. Loknaik Jayaprakash Narayan, just like Anna Hazare ji, at that time, Loknaik Jayaprakash Narayan in Bihar, he started an agitation against corruption in government. And in order to curb that agitation, all the opposition members at that time, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Morarji Desai, Madhu Limay, and then Lal Krishna Advani, and then there were so many other socialist leaders also. Arun Jaitley was studying in Delhi University. Rajat Sharma of India TV, he was studying in BA at Delhi University. They all were arrested during that period, and there was no freedom of speech during that period. So, as a young boy in IIT Delhi, studying in IIT Delhi, we were three friends from IIT. We participated in Satyagraha and we were arrested. And after that, IIT Delhi permitted us, even from jail, I came to take up my sessional exams in IIT Delhi. I came with police and participated in with my classmates for my examinations. So that was a experience. It was as per my own inner voice. That's the reason that I participated in that Satyagraha.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
So there is a one question from YouTube
Yes, yes, please.
student. She wants to know what is hobby of sir. What is your hobby, sir?
My hobby is mainly reading and writing and interacting with my students. That's my hobby. I really like to interact with the students.
Thank you, sir.
That's really very nice. Mukund, yes.
Good evening,
Mukund
sir.
Prasad, you can directly talk to sir. Yes.
Good evening, sir.
Good
Mukund
evening.
from Bangalore.
Yes.
So I
Mukund.
just wanted to know, how is the teaching different from IIT and any other engineering college?
Look, teaching profession is same, I think. It depends upon the, you can say the way the teacher likes to interact with. Many times you find teaching not so good in IITs because many of the teachers are mainly involved in their research part only. And many times in other colleges, the teachers, if they feel frustrated, it's not by their choice, they are not coming to teaching profession by choice, then it becomes difficult. So you find all kinds of teachers in IITs also, and all kind of teachers in other institutions. You will find many good teachers in the different state level institutions and AICTE approved institutions. So I should not say that there's some basic difference between IIT teachers or non-IIT teachers.
Sir, one more thing. How do you compare your time college environment and the current environment?
I find it's much better today. We were very much dependent only on our seniors, our teachers, the research scholars. Now, the sources of information, the content, this internet has made a lot of difference from the teaching environment, the study environment in 80s and in 2020. That's a lot of difference because of this net connectivity and mobility. We were very much dependent on library books, and we had to sit in libraries for till late in night. So that kind of difference is there. I'll request the organizers, they can share my email ID and even my WhatsApp number to all the participants. And if I get questions even later on, I'll be happy to answer them on WhatsApp chat or email also. If time permits, I can even talk to the students on phone also, depending on my own schedule. So it's not that those who could not ask question now, so they cannot interact. They can interact with me later also. I have a meeting at 5 o'clock.
sir.
So I'll just have one more question. One more question.
So
Hello,
may I ask
sir.
a question?
Sir,
Okay, yes.
may I ask,
Yes.
sir, why did you exactly choose Bihar to help tribal people?
It so happened that we decided that we will go to tribal area. This was the first decision. So tribal areas are in northeast. They are in even southern part of the country, also in Andhra Pradesh also. So there we perceive that there will be language problem. So we can understand Hindi, but it will be difficult to learn Manipuri or Arunachali or Kannada or Telugu for us, or even if it is in Gujarat or Maharashtra also. So we decided about either Jharkhand area or Chhattisgarh area. These two were at that time. They were part of Bihar and part of Madhya Pradesh. In Bihar, in Ranchi University, there was one professor, Professor L.P. Vidyarthi. He was a very senior anthropologist. We told him that we want to live in a tribal village. It should be a remote village, but it should not be isolated from city at all. It is not that from just coming down from bus and we have to walk down to 2 kilometers or 3 kilometers or 5 kilometers. So he suggested us that particular village in Bishanpur near Ranchi, that look, it is connected on with road, but it is so poor village that you will not find any kind of facilities over there, and you would like that experience of development there. And that was the reason that we went to Jharkhand. Thank you for asking this question, because this is an important question that none of us,
Thank you, sir.
all the four members, none of us was from Bihar. So I was from Punjab. The Mahesh Sharma ji was from Western UP. Rakesh Pupli was from Delhi, and Ashok Bhagat was from Banaras. You can just learn about
Sir,
this. Organization was Vikas Bharati. So you can just go through vikasbharati.org. This is the website. Okay.
Very well, sir. Just
Sir, I just has one
yes.
more question.
Yes, beta. In
May I?
what ways can these children be benefited from such kind of an activity?
I think it will give them an exposure to what are the other issues in the society where they can contribute as engineer or manager or as professional. So that way, because it's not only the companies or the factories or the government offices which can make proper use of young engineers, but there are many issues in the country where there are many problems in the country, those who are waiting for solutions from such professionals. So this is the benefit of young students. So they can look around the villages around their colleges also. So
That's so nice, and thank you so much. Though, sir, you have a meeting. Otherwise, I think the children are more keen on talking to you regarding your experience and their queries.
And I'm available to them on phone, email, WhatsApp, and just share my contact details on chat with all of them. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
I enjoyed interacting with my students. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, bye.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for sparing time for the children, for the students. Dear students, dear participants, we can have more questions related to, of course, the universal human values and some of the health aspects also. We have with us Kumar Bhaiya, who's connected with us. Sharmila Didi is also with us right now. And mm, if some of the children would like to interact, we have Sharmila Didi with us. If some of the children would like to interact, and I'll also request Sujoy Bhaiya to take up a few questions from the YouTube also, if possible. And I'll request Didi to address some of the questions of or the interactions of the students. So for this matter, we have Mike with Anand Raj. Beta, would you like to know something, Anand?
Yes, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Yes, yes, Bhaiya. Just a minute,
Chat
Beta.
box, email ID of Dr. Rajneesh Arora is also written. So students
Okay.
may communicate via.
Yes, Bhaiya, your mic is muted, I think.
He wanted to say that the email ID of Rajneesh sir is in the chat. Students
Okay.
can note them down.
Yes, Beta. So all the students, you may just note down the email ID of Rajneesh Arora sir. And in case you have furthermore questions, I'm sure you'll be having, and you would like to discuss anything with sir related to all kind of activities and issues and sir's experiences, you can just communicate with sir through that particular mode. And meanwhile, of course, as I said, we have with us Dr. Kumar Sambhovaya, Dr. Sharmila Sthana Didi, and in case, of course, the children or the students, even the participants would like to interact and put up their discussions or takeaways or self-reflections and even questions, you can just put them up, please. So, of course, the mic is with Anand Raj.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, actually, I had to ask a question from Dr. Rajneesh sir.
Rajneesh sir. Okay.
But he is not free. Yeah.
I mean, it is, we are enriched by sir's presence over here for nearly half an hour. So that's so good. And of course, we had an opportunity to hear sir. That is another enriching, matter. And otherwise, you can just take sir's email ID from the chat, and sir, you can mail sir, and sir will definitely give you a response. And that is for sure.
Okay, ma'am. I will. Thank you, ma'am.
Very nice. Very nice. Then we have.
Manisha ma'am, just can I interrupt?
Please, please.
Yeah, some of the students aren't able to read the email ID in the chat.
Okay.
So you can just read it out. It's small md @ACETEDU.in. Can you read it again so that people may? Are you able to see it, ma'am?
Actually, even I am not able to see it.
So
Yes.
I'll read it out for the students. It's small m, small d, md @ACETEDU.in. Manisha ma'am, is it clear?
Sir, please can you repeat, sir?
Yeah. It
Nameer
is
sir,
M.
do repeat it, because though it is very clear and audible to me, maybe, yes, I can see RP Bhaiya's posted it now. For Dr. Rajneesh Arora sir, it is small m, small d @ACETEDU. ACETEDU.in.
Yeah, it's M for Mumbai, D for Delhi, @A for Allahabad, C for Chennai, E for Ottawa, T for Tundla, E for Etawah, D for Delhi, U for Unnao.in. Right? Now we can continue with the discussions, ma'am. The students are
Yes.
eager for that, I suppose.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, can you all make a session again with Sir H.C. Verma? Because questions are not completed.
Oh,
Asking
so
him.
very nice. So maybe we'll request Sir further. We'll convey the message on, and we'll request Sir to give more time to the students. If Sir has the availability, definitely he'll interact with the children,
Yes,
because
ma'am.
we
Thank
have
you, ma'am.
next lot of sessions coming up from 16. Okay,
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
we'll certainly and definitely pass on the message.
Thank you, ma'am.
And he'd also love to interact, I suppose.
I'm sure, sir, because the kind of enthusiasm Sir had with the children, that is very nice. So, Pragati, beta, you have the mic.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yeah, Pragati, please speak, beta.
you can give your self-reflection also. You can give any takeaway that you you would like to discuss, any event you would like to discuss, which is related to this particular um, SIP online, workshop that is being conducted, or SIP, student induction program, that is being conducted.
Ma'am, it was really good and I enjoyed the sessions and everything was interesting.
Pragati, could you correlate any of the content of the human values that was passed on by the resource person in your daily life, or some instances that you could correlate with, beta?
It was trust, relationship, mutual understanding and mutual fulfillment.
A display of beautiful work by the students. I think this is Anusha. Okay, this is Akasha Mishra. Work.
Yeah, very true. In fact,
Oh, yes, it's. They are masterpieces in my view. I mean, so much of interest in nature and its depiction. Niyati Pandey has again done a piece of work for nature. That's good. So, any of the children, any of our students, if they would like to share something, ask something related to human values, universal
we
human
have
values.
a faculty, Mr. Chatta, who has the mic. You
Yes.
can unmute yourself, Chatta, sir. Mr. VK Chatta, are we audible? Can we reach you? Or somebody else who can just raise their hand and we can pass on the mic. We'd love to hear from the student, the faculties,
Okay.
the family members who have joined. Yeah, Dr. Jyoti.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah,
VK
Chatta.
Chadha. Actually, sir, during Rajneesh ji, actually, I just wanted to have certain query about his shifting to the rural background after his completion of BTech. But some student, I think, already asked that question from him.
Yeah. But you can get in touch with him directly, sir. Chatta, we have communicated the email ID. You can get in touch, and he'd love to interact with everybody.
I had been in touch with him during various UHV programs also. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes,
Thank you very
Upama Mukhopadhyay. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, Upama, you're audible.
Ma'am, I just have a question about today's UHV session. I cannot understand the exact difference between excellence and uniqueness, because I think excellence give you uniqueness.
Kumar Bhaiya and Sharmila ma'am are experienced resource persons. Would love to take this question. Kumar Bhaiya?
Yeah, so excellence, as it was explained, no, excellence means understanding harmony at all levels in completeness. While uniqueness may not be connected to understanding of harmony. So it could be uniqueness in some skill, it could be uniqueness in some feature of the body, it could be something else also. And it does not ensure that by being unique, you are going to be happy. And when you are working for excellence, then You don't like, or you would not like to be different from people. Rather, you would like to accept everybody as your relative and be a help to make everybody excellent. So in the process of becoming excellent, you try to help everybody grow in that process. You try to help everybody understand harmony. So it's not that try to differentiate yourself from others. Rather, you try to be complementary to each and every human being. So working for uniqueness is completely different from working for excellence.
Right,
Sir,
Upma?
but if you, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Please
Yeah,
go
please.
ahead.
If you, uh, sir, if I am excellent in, that's mean I am different between different above the some number of students or some number of persons. That exactly the meaning of uniqueness.
Okay, let me explain. So excellence essentially has to do with right understanding. It does not have to do with skill. So the example that you are trying to think of pertain to the skill. Okay. So skill, if you try
Yes,
to
sir.
be adept in some skill, it is something called as competence in that skill. Or again, I'll say that being skilled rather. Even competence, the word that we have been using for right understanding. So you are skilled in some particular way, right? There also no, even while working for a skill, if you have the understanding, if you have the values in you, then in place of working to differentiate yourself from others, you would like to help others also to gain expertise in that particular skill. You give some example of a skill and I will
Okay.
explain further. For example, maybe you are good at sketching, right? Now what is the feeling that is there in you? You'd like to make a sketch that nobody can make, or through sketching you'd like to depict harmony in relation, you'd like to depict harmony in the nature. And in that process you will see that when you go to depict something, then to communicate that depiction to the other, you try to develop the other also, and you try to work to make a team. You just think, would you like to work in isolation in your life, or you'd like to develop a team? What do you think?
I would like to develop a team.
Yeah, now when you go to
I
work
would
in a
like to
team,
develop a
would you
team.
like to, yeah, when you go to work for a team, would you like to project yourself above the team, or you'd like to project, or you'd like to work for coexistence with the team, you'd like to work for mutual happiness with the team? Just try to think of it.
I would like to be with mutual understanding with other my fellows.
Yes, many a times no, even when others are not so skilled, but to develop the relationship, would like to appreciate others, and would like to inculcate those kinds of skills in the other, right? In place of projecting yourself above the others, you'd like to work together, you'd like to extend your team. That kind of approach is required. Even when you join some company and try to work there, you'll find that in the process of becoming unique, sometimes you become isolated. People do
So,
not have respect for you. Yeah.
Sir, just one more question.
Yes.
Sir, can I be excellent by being a part of a group?
Say it again. Your voice got obstructed. Can you be excellent by?
Sir, now can I be excellent by being part of a group?
By being part of a group.
Yeah, yeah, certainly. So you see, like the way the UHV sessions are proceeding, the way we are interacting, you are part of a group. And in this process, each one of us is a help to make everybody else excellent. So when I'm explaining something to you, I'm also in a process of being excellent. You are also in a process of being excellent, and we are a group. In fact, you'll gradually observe that we are all a part of an undivided society. We are all a big family, an undivided family, right? It's only that we are not able to see
Yes,
the
sir.
embedded relationship. And the more you are able to see that clearly, no, you'll see that you are able to enjoy your relations also much better. Many a times while working in a profession also, people have so many grudges and complaints and pains of relationship while working with colleagues, while working in a family, right? While working for the society.
Yes.
But if you have the right understanding in you, that complementarity helps you develop the team, and also to be a help to the other in place of projecting yourself above others.
Thank you, Kumar Bhaiya, because we see a number of hands raised. We'd love to discuss with you a lot of things.
Sure.
Hello. Good evening, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Manas,
Hello.
you can speak now. Manas.
Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, Manas.
So my question is, how important is self-exploration in terms of universal human values?
So self-exploration is the process to understand and live according to universal human values. So you think of any other way, it could either be something like a prescriptive way, where something is prescribed to you, something is given to you as a sermon and you have to obey it, you have to follow it, but that does not appeal to you naturally. So the only way to go about is to explore at the level of the self, and that is self-exploration. And there are two components of it. One is verifying every proposal at the level of your natural acceptance, trying to see whether this comes naturally to me or not. One. Second thing, living accordingly. So while living accordingly, you are able to validate the proposals. And when you are able to see within yourself as well as validate your living, it becomes a part and parcel of your understanding. You don't have any doubt or any dilemma over it.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, Sanju.
Hello.
Yes,
Good
sir.
evening, sir.
Yes,
Sir,
beta.
sir, how
And
does
sir, actually, in a teamwork, we help each other to excel. But each person in a group, they're unique and special, so they help each other for excellence. So, sir, what's the problem of being special?
Yeah, so you see, in fact, again, we have to look into two different domains. As we started discussing about human being, no? So human being is coexistence of self and body. So
Yes.
we have to look at human being also as a coexistence of two different units, self and body. Similarly, while looking at the self also, you have to distinguish between skill and understanding, right? So
Yeah.
skill is something that you keep on learning, and skill is something in the domain of the imagination of the self. And there could be variations. So
Yeah.
here also, no, while we all are together here, you can see how many of us are there together right now. 300 people, right? Now,
Yeah.
somebody may be good in Telugu, somebody may be good in Tamil, and I do not know, let's say Tamil, I do not know Telugu. I may be good in Hindi, right? Somebody may be good in some particular cooking style, somebody may be good in playing, but these are all skills, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
how do we complement each other? We complement each other by utilizing our skills with a feeling of relationship. And what is excellence here in this group? We are all working to understand the coexistence. We are all working to understand the relationship, the embedded values in the relationship. So these 300 people can connect with each other with a feeling of relationship and utilize the skills that each one of us has. And then we become a help. We become complementary. The other way could be, we try to prove that my skill is better than yours. And then we become divided.
Yeah.
Are you able to see the difference?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So while
Thank
you
you.
are in this academic program or while you are on a job, you have to again distinguish between skill and understanding. You'll see that what gives you happiness is understanding part, and then skill becomes something to be utilized, right? But if you miss out the understanding part, maybe skilled so much, but people might not feel happy remembering you. People might not feel happy connecting with you, or they may mock at you when you're not there, right?
Yes,
Because
sir.
they are not enjoying the relationship with you.
Yeah. Sir, actually, I have one more doubt.
Yeah.
Sir, actually, I'm scared of ragging, but my parents said that small types of ragging gives us mental strength.
Okay, see, if if ragging is not correct, then what is correct? This has to be understood. So nobody would like to be dominated. Nobody would like to be exploited, mocked at, right? Ragged. Then again, we have to see that when you are entering that campus, what is the relationship with your senior? So you'll see that what I have felt as a faculty also, and we have been dealing with the students also, that seniors are also afraid of juniors. So it may be the case, as you were mentioning earlier, no, that the juniors might be skilled in some way, and then they try to overshow it. They try to dominate over the seniors, because they are skilled in some way, and that is always possible. So many a times the seniors are also apprehended. They have some apprehension about the juniors, and that's why they try to subjugate the juniors when they enter the campus. So there is fear on either part, let me say. And when you become a senior, right? And somebody is coming to your campus, and you also might have a fear that if I do not dominate over this person, then he or she may dominate over me someday next. So if you'll see that this is a kind of reactive process, this ragging. So we have to work out better ways of establishing relation between senior and junior batches, as we do in a family. So
Thank you, sir.
yeah, that we have to work out, and there are so much creative ways of doing this. So the way we are discussing, so the skills that you have when you go to the campus, you can share those skills. Somebody may be good in singing, somebody may be good in some other artistic way, right? And the seniors can also share their skills, and then we can sit together and say that we are all relatives, right? You are our younger brothers and sisters who have come to our campus, and now we are a big team, and we have to work together to help each other grow in life. And then we'll see that the relation becomes everlasting.
Yes, sir. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Hello. Good evening, sir.
Good
Sir, my
evening.
question is, how does value education help in fulfilling one's aspiration?
Okay. So you'll see that many a times we carry so many aspirations within us, but we are not clear about the basic aspiration.
Yes, sir.
So I have seen during my BTech also, and at later occasions also, that people will do BTech in some, say, mechanical engineering, then they will go to do management, and then they will become IS officers, and then they will go and start some NGO, and then they will do some creative art, and then try to develop their skill there. So many a times they have so many haphazard ways of satisfying themselves, fulfilling their life. So if I'm clear at the outset of making my career, what is naturally acceptable to me, then my path to achieve fulfillment in life becomes definite. So you have to choose whether you have to choose an indefinite way, or you have to become definite. You have to have some thing of which you are assured. So this value education helps you work out the basic aspiration. So the way we are discussing on the first day also, no?
Yes, sir.
So if the basic aspiration is clear to me, that what I really want to be, then from there I can work out what do I have to do or get to fulfill my basic aspiration. And then I can make out what do I have to become. And then I can fix my current effort. So the right way would be to have the ultimate vision of life, not looking at vision in a piecemeal way, looking at the ultimate vision of life.
Okay, sir. Thank
Isn't
you,
it?
sir.
Say, for example, you are living at some place. Where do you live?
Sir, Jharkhand.
Jharkhand. Okay. Let's say while living in Jharkhand, you aim to go to Patna, and then you aim to go to Lucknow, and then to Delhi, and then to Bhopal, and you keep on making such goals. That could be one way. But if you are already clear where do I have to reach, then you can go straight away there, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Kumar Bhaiya,
Yeah, Didi.
I'll request you to please switch on your video so that children can see you directly.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Allow me
Permit me for
time.
that.
Sir?
Yes, Pragati, you want to ask something?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please go ahead, beta.
What is the difference between intention and affection?
Kumar Bhaiya, we have lost you, it looks.
Yeah, Didi, I'm back.
Yes, Bhaiya, because these.
I hope the light is enough.
Yes, Bhaiya, it is enough.
To show
Uh,
my
yes, beta, you can just put up your question.
Okay.
What is the difference between intention and affection?
Okay, intention is the natural acceptance. So intentionally, each one of us wants to be happy and make other happy, something that we explored. And we are gradually exploring intention in much more detail. Affection is the feeling of accepting the other in our relationship. So affection is a part of your intention. You naturally want to be related to the other. So the values that all the values that we're studying, trust, respect, affection, gratitude, love, these are all naturally acceptable to us, and these are all our intentions.
Okay, sir.
Yes,
Sir, I have a doubt, sir.
Please
Yes.
go ahead, Varshini.
Sir, I have taken mechanical, sir, whereas my friends have never taken mechanical. They have taken different departments. They asked me that why do you choose mechanical? Mechanical, only boys choose it. Girls never choose it. Is there any mistake in girls choosing mechanical, sir?
No, not certainly. See, mechanical engineering also has various embedded programs. So you can again choose the program in mechanical which is more compatible with you. But girls and boys both can uh, be mechanical engineers and they can work in the area. Right? There's so much of work to do in mechanical engineering. I am also from mechanical engineering. Yeah, I have seen that there are less girls in mechanical engineering, but certainly the belief earlier was that in mechanical engineering you have to work with machines and that's why you have to carry loads or certain things. Might be, I'm just assuming this, and that's why girls used to come little less in number, but that is not true.
Thank you,
There's so
sir.
much of research to be done also in mechanical engineering. You can take them up.
Yes, Bhaiya, and Varshini wants to talk more to HC Verma sir also, and you've been Verma sir's student yourself. She.
Yeah. A good thing I would like to share about Verma sir, if you have listened to him thoroughly, what he mentioned, no, that he was never working for marks or being first in the class, right? He was working for knowledge. So one takeaway from his talk would be that I have to work for understanding the subject. I have to work for gaining knowledge in the subject, and the marks will follow. And a similar kind of message has been somewhat spread through media also. Like if you look at the movie, Three Idiots, then they are trying to convey this message that you work for knowledge of the subject, and rest of the things will follow. So in your this professional program also, be it engineering or pharmacy, if you're trying to learn the subject, if you're trying to gain more and more information, more and more understanding of the subject, then whatever you desire as an outcome of the profession, that will naturally follow, like getting a job or getting some salary which is enough to fulfill the needs of your body. That is not a big issue. And if you are trying to look at others, then many a times, no, you are also wasting your time thinking over what others are doing and what you should be doing. In place of investing your time for understanding and learning the subject, you get engrossed with such comparisons, which are not very fruitful. You either over evaluate yourself or under evaluate yourself through comparison. Through right evaluation, you are able to see how much is left for me to gain knowledge, to gain understanding.
Sir,
So
as you told,
that
you
is
have
absolute something in itself. Yeah.
studied mechanical. Any
Mhm.
advice from your side, sir?
In mechanical also, no, there are various fields. Like one field is thermal engineering. There is one field of CAD CAM, computer design and manufacturing. There is one field of mechatronics. Right? So there are various fields. So you have to choose your field of interest.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So if you are interested in manufacturing, we'll choose that area. So in the third year, we'll get to choose some electives. There you have a good choice.
Sir, after studying mechanical, can we do government jobs, sir?
Pardon, say it again.
After studying mechanical, can we move on to government jobs like ISRO, NASA?
Yeah, there again, I'll give just a word of caution that why do we have this imagination of going into a government job? So one could be security of job, right? Is that the purpose or something else? So again, you have to ask why. Why do I want to get a government job?
Sir, getting into a government job is from my childhood ambition, sir. Getting into ISRO or NASA, so
Yeah. So there also, no, you have to ask why ISRO or why NASA. So when you say government job, one common perception is that, well, if I join on a government job, then my job would be secure, right? So essentially, if you are looking for job security, there could be multiple more channels. And if you want to go to NASA or ISRO, then one motivation could be to conduct research, right? There also have to make out what kind of research do you have to carry, right? So why do I have to explore into space? There is less time available here. When you come to attend the workshop in detail, then you could explore it further. See, first of all, we have to look into how to make the current society, right, undivided, how to ensure good relations in the society. If you are not able to do this, then many a times our scientists might have an aspiration of leaving the earth and going to some other planet. So if you remember Stephen Hawking, do you know Stephen
Yes,
Hawking?
sir.
Yeah, he was a renowned physicist of the previous century, and he died 3 years ago. So once he came to India, I suppose it was in 2008 or 9, and then the media persons interviewed him, and then they asked him that what do you see as major challenges in front of humanity. Then he mentioned 5 major challenges, one being resource depletion, one being nuclear warfare, then genetic warfare, global warming, right, pollution, such big challenges he mentioned. Then people said that what do you see as a solution, what can science do to resolve the issues? Then he thought for a moment and said that I suppose we should do as much research as possible so that we can leave this earth by 2020. That he said in 2008. We can leave this earth by 2020 and go to some other planet. Now, if this is the perception behind space research, then I say that this is not something to be welcomed. We destroy one planet and go to some other planet, right? Can this ever be a solution for the humanity? If you destroy this planet, then what will do on the other planet? So a better solution could be, first of all, develop a program for universal human order, develop a program for harmonious living on the planet, and then try to connect to other planet, or to utilize the knowledge about space. So there also, while conducting research, we have to look into the motivation.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Thank you,
this
sir.
is Dr. Vinay from Bangalore, sir.
Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
I'll just hint here one thing. There is a principle in management that is called, and that is used in Japan also many times, that is called ask why 5 times. So if you ask why 5 times, you are many a times able to go to the root cause of something.
Yes,
So
sir.
whenever you have some aspirations, some desire, you ask why, you know, multiple times, and then you will be able to see what is my basic aspiration.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
So this is Dr. Vinay from Bangalore, sir.
Yes, Vanessa, you can ask a quick question,
Hello,
please.
sir.
Because it is.
Thank you for connecting. There's always a conflict in the mind. I also I plan very meticulously to do this, that, and end up with whether I don't have the skill or I don't know what is the motto or something. So I end up with 70% of the job done or something like that. Though I aspire to achieve something, but I'm unable to get it to there. What could be the reason in my this years? Just I wanted to know, sir.
Yeah, there again, I'll say the solution lies in getting to know the basic aspiration. So the aspiration that we carry,
Yeah.
there could be multiple sources of it. One could be it is based on right understanding.
Yeah.
The second thing could be it is based on some preconditioning, some borrowed notion, right? And the third way could be it is based on some sensation. So if your aspiration is based on sensation or preconditioning, it may be a self-defeating aspiration. It means if you do not fulfill that aspiration, you feel defeated. If you fulfill that aspiration again, you feel defeated.
Yeah, yeah, yes, sir.
Isn't it? So
Yes, sir.
many
Yes,
times
sir.
we get caught up in some programs with such kind of aspirations, which can be self-defeating.
Okay. Okay. So, okay.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Very nice, Bhaiya. Bhaiya, it's already 5:36.
Yeah,
So,
Didi. In
Thank
fact,
you,
another
Kumar
resource
Bhaiya.
person is available here, Shamila
yes,
Didi.
Sharmila
Maybe
Didi
Didi
is
would
also
like
there.
to say something here.
Yes, Sharmila Didi, just give your blessings and your, key point for the participants and students, because Didi is a doctor, as we all know, and working for the cause of humanity in a number of ways. And of course, Didi is taking a lot of sessions on self-regulation, and that is a part of the responsibility of the self towards body, and that is also one of the major aspect on which Didi talks a lot about and communicates a lot about. Sharmila Didi?
Take
Yes,
away before the whole Deepavali vacations.
Didi, before we close the session and apprise our participants
We'd
about the
love to
next.
have your wishes as well.
Yes.
Shamila ma'am.
Certainly, I would definitely like to wish all the students all the very best in their life. And, you have everything, you have the potential within you. All you have to do is tap it. And I think, if we just keep looking within and checking with that basic reference guide within us, it will guide us on the right path. So I wish all of the students all the very best in life and have a prosperous life, prosperous with the feeling, the real prosperity, have that feeling that we have more than enough. So, all the very best, everybody.
And take care of their health also, Didi, during the festive season.
Yes.
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 They may crack
Thank you,
tires
Yes,
and then
that is
they
what
get
I
hurt
was.
also.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
Right, Bhaiya. That is what I was saying, that Didi is, of course, very sincerely telling all our participants about self-regulation, the circadian rhythm, and all the health aspects. So that's also very important. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we
And,
must remember that the body is just a tool. And so
yes.
we look after that tool properly.
Properly, yes, Didi.
Is,
And I really like,
yeah.
I really like the way you say that body is a tool, and it's the responsibility of the self to take care of that tool.
Yeah, also the health of the environment. It should not get more polluted after Deepavali.
Yes,
That's
Bhaiya, very
true.
right.
Very true.
Very right. So, dear children and dear participants, this is another important takeaway. For these 2 days, Deepavali is on its way, and of course, all kind of pollution that crops in after that, and that with that we have a lot of problems in our eyes, a lot of problems related to lungs, and otherwise visibility issues are there. So let's take care of that aspect also. So with these words, RP Bhaiya, are you there?
Yeah, for the final
Yes,
display of
Didi.
the
Yes,
schedule
for
after
the
the
final, yes, Bhaiya, display of the schedule starting from Monday, that is 16th of November. So we'll be having a schedule quite the same as what we were running through, in the same manner. We early in the morning we'll be having a session from 7:30 to 8:30 on health, then an hour's break, and then after that, of course, we'll be having a session on literature and proficiency. And after proficiency, we'll be taking up module. Uh,
UHV
After
modules 2 to
proficiency, we
3.
have the UHV modules, and till 1, and then a break for an hour. And then from 2 to 3, we have literary activities, and we'll be having more of literary activities with a few new resource persons around. And followed by that would be a session on health, as we've been having. There are so many other aspects also which are to be taken up and talked about. And then the last session, as we have a sharing session, would also be there, or related sessions will be there. We'll be having talks and communications with other renowned people around. And of course, 20th is the day when we'll be celebrating. And before 20th, 17th is the day by when all the creative masterpieces created by you must be submitted, so that we can have a good display of it and enjoy the show. So with these words, have a very happy, healthy, prosperous festivity, and of course taking care of yourself as well as body the instrument.
Great,
Uh,
great. Thanks, Manisha.
Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you.
So namaste.
Yeah, namaste everybody.
Yes, namaste all
Namaste
the
everybody.
participants, namaste all the
And best
panelists.
wishes for the Deepavali season.
Namaste. Sabhi ko namaste.
Namaste.
Bhaiya, we'll close the session now.